We're celebrating the 90th birthday of Comrade P.J. Patterson, former Prime Minister of Jamaica.
Forward to the avenue, loyal viewers and subscribers. Give thanks for life. Give thanks for your continued support. Today on the avenue, we will be looking at former Prime Minister P.J. Patterson 90th birthday celebration. And in this one, he will be delivering his speech, my people, and giving us his life experience through words, throughout politics, or throughout his time in politics and serving the people of Jamaica. And he have a lot to say to my people. And in this one, you will hear him speak about Andrew Holness administration without even calling Andrew Holness name, my people. So you wanna tune into this and pay attention and watch the video to the end to get the full information. And my people, if you are new here, forward to the avenue, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Share your comment in the comment section and let us have that discussion. Let's get into it and hear the former Prime Minister King P.J. Patterson.
Suffice it to say that after serious consideration, I came to the view that I was entrusted with the responsibility of contributing at the level of leadership to a movement for the advancement of our people, that I had an obligation to pursue with what Norman Manley describes as fixity of purpose. And so we were involved in the process of rebuilding, and those of you who are old enough to remember, despite the fact that we only won 9 seats in the 1980 election, by 1983, the people were just waiting for an opportunity to return the People's National Party to government. And so we did in 1989. I have endeavored to put much of what we achieved in my book. But some people say rather unkindly, if you want to hide anything from Jamaican people, you put it in a book. Because we are more given to the oral tradition rather than the literary tradition. Let me just try and encapsulate the situation which we faced in 1989. There was a change in the global configuration with the dismantling of the bipolar axis and with competing economic ideologies. With the advent of Thatcher and Reagan, market capitalism and globalization became the only game in town. In fact, that contributed to the dismantling of the Soviet Union as we knew it. And people ask from time to time, and there's learned discourse as to whether Michael Manley and the PNP changed its mission. The answer is resolutely no. But the means and the process by which we could secure social justice, equity in the global order, and the exercise of our sovereign rights to explore our human and natural resources meant we had to do it with very little option other than in accordance with the dictates of the multilateral lending agencies. I never call them the multilateral donor agencies because all they donate is pain. And I say so without reservation. Of all the tributes given, I pay special attention to what Comrade Burke said. He spoke about differences. The truth is, the PNP has always been a party of ideas. Our purpose is clear. Our mission is clear. Those were eloquently etched in the DNA of the party by Norman Manley in his opening presentation at the Ward Theatre in 1938. Those are immutable. They will never change. And at the present time, the world is going through another period of unprecedented turbulence and mutation. Every leader has his or her own different style, his or her own different way of doing things. Some of the things that we did went almost unnoticed. When, for example, the Americans wanted us to sign a treaty saying that they could send their vessels into our territorial waters and pick out who they like, we told them no way. Other countries in the Caribbean had already signed on the dotted line. Jamaica had to initiate the meeting that called all the Caribbean countries together to have a ship rider treaty agreement, an exercise of our own sovereignty. When they kidnapped Aristide and put him on a plane and sent him to Africa and declared on the manifest in Barbados, in Antigua where the plane landed, no passengers, cargo only, you would never ever believe that this calm, mild-mannered P.J. Patterson used the language which he used in speaking to Colin Powell about it. I hear people writing all about the abandonment of the search for the new international economic order. What poppycock? The new international economic order essentially is predicated on a change of the relationships in the global economic structure and allowing us to exercise our sovereign rights. We belong to a United Nations that was created when we were colonies. The IMF, the World Bank, the developed countries have 90% of the voting rights. The United States has 16% of the voting rights in the IMF. And the articles provide that 85% majority is necessary for every decision. You know what that means? A veto power. We are about South-South relationships. The Petro-Carib, with Hugo Chavez of Venezuela, Fidel Castro of Cuba, and P.J. Patterson of Jamaica developed, is the greatest act of South-South cooperation that has been seen in the hemisphere. And, you know, I said something about roads the other day, and I see a response from somebody who says they are fixing the roads that I should have fixed 19 years ago. Let them go into any constituency. I fixed those roads 19 years ago, but they don't understand that when roads fix, they have to be maintained. So you can be in power for 9 years and talking about the roads that were in much, much better condition in 2006. I am urging the party, Comrade Phillips, to have another set the record straight, featuring you, the party leader, our Minister of Finance in waiting, to compare what was done by the government between 2007 to 2012 to what you did, what you had to do between 2012 to 2016. We must tell the people the truth. We must set the record straight. Who remember the patty pans in which our people had to travel, and the decision when it was completed, Peter, in one of your, what shall I call it, easier ministries. Yeah. But, you know, it allows me to say this. It allows me to say this. I led a team. And when you pick a team, you must allow the members of the team to do their job. And they must get praise when praise is due, and they have to get some cover and protection when mistakes will be made. But there is a big difference between mistakes of judgment and mistakes of integrity. In fact, there is no such thing as mistakes of integrity. It is corruption. I don't think I should abuse this opportunity of saying everything that needs to be said. But simply to say, as we know, the time is drawing nigh. We know not when the bridegroom cometh, so we must have oil in our lamps to keep it burning. And, comrade leader, people like me, people like Comrade Phillips, people like Comrade Maxine Henry Wilson, people like Comrade Junior, Comrade Paulwell, I include him because he was part of my team. Even, when I said even, I mean he was not at the ministerial level, but as he said, in terms of campaign administration, Comrade Vin Lawrence, we are here, we are ready. And let me end by saying this. It's my birthday, and I'm not going to ask for it as my birthday present, because I have already asked for it as the present for the centenary of the birth of Michael Manley. And I'm sticking to that. When you win, then I can get my birthday present in terms of what the PNP has to do in the new world. And I put it extremely simple. I think I am a man of faith. I am also a person who believes in destiny. And destiny demands that the People's National Party occupy the reins of government at a time of global transition, because we want to have hands on the wheel that recognize we put our nations first. But nations do not exist separately and alone. We are part of a bigger world consisting of other nations. I don't think I could end without saying, among my privileges is working not only with great leaders of the People's National Party, but great leaders of the world. And I have to say it at this time because they are under such intense pressure. History has already absolved several times over Fidel Castro. And we have to take a position, we have to look long. Any decision you're taking in political life, don't just look at the immediate situation. Look at its application in the future. And equally, as I said, I think, in our last Get the Record Straight presentation, when you're in government, anything you're proposing, think of how the opposition would react to it. And if you wouldn't accept it in opposition, don't expect others to do it. And one of the things that worries me is that the government is operating as though the time will never come when they will be in opposition. And to make it happen requires work. And that work requires unity. Unity of purpose. Unity of action. Unity of using all the talents and skills that are available to those in the progressive movement that want to create a Jamaica of love, of peace, of inclusive prosperity, and make Jamaica a symbol that people of different hues and colors, of differing religious persuasions, differences in gender notwithstanding, differences of age, can dwell together as one people and make Jamaica a land as a model for the whole human race. Thank you for saying we say PJ tonight. I say the People's National Party, onward and forward, let us go together. Thank you.
That is all for now, my people. What is your thoughts and views on all of this? Leave your honest views in the comment section and let us have that discussion. And if you are new here, forward to the avenue. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Salute. Thank you very much. I'm out. Catch you in the next one.